Hello, Dan Sigmund here with Clayton Hall, and we are going to take a little look at how our district compares to those around us. We're being asked to, I believe, to bite off more than we can really reasonably chew. Last year, let's look at Oconomowoc. Oconomowoc had two referendums. One was for 34 million and one was for 36 million. And I do understand that they have one or two older referendums they're still paying on. But what they had before them was a fix-up for either the high school or the high school and another school in Ixonia, a middle schoolish kind of thing. The H&R referendum is going to be compared to that because those two referendums in a district that has 5,000 students came out to be right around $7,000 per student, and they were all over a 20-year period just like ours is. The referendum we're looking at in the H&R school district is $74,000 per student. We're 10 times the load here, debt per student, that was rejected over there in Oconomowoc. And I don't think we're that much richer than what Oconomowoc is. They have a lot of things going on there in Oconomowoc. They're right next to the highway system and all those things. And they are growing without trying. We have to be careful here in our district. Now, I also wanted to look at district valuation. How much is our district worth? Oconomowoc is worth $9.3 billion. That's with a B. We in the H&R district are worth $508 million. It's 18 times less. Now, their referendums came out to be 1/2 of 1% of their valuation. That's less than 1% of their total valuation was the referendum that they rejected. Both of them came in about that. Now, our $23 million referendum, when compared to our valuation of $508 million, comes out to a whopping 4.5% of that. It's a tenfold amount more than what was rejected over there in Oconomowoc. So they reject a referendum that's less than 1% of their valuation, and we are told that we should embrace one that is nearly 5% of our small district. We need to look at things a little differently, I believe. Here's another interesting way of looking at it. If Oconomowoc would be looking at a referendum equal to the basis of ours, they would be looking at a $414 million referendum. I mean, these are real numbers because they are so huge. The numbers get huge, but still the percentages are the same. And what would you think about a $414 million referendum over in Oconomowoc? You'd say, you are crazy. But that's the same ratio our small school district is falling in with the 23 million. So we need to look at this, everybody. We need to take a look. Now, here's another something I came across just 2 nights ago. Beaver Dam, they want to do something with their middle school. It's getting really old. They're putting a survey out in front of their people of their district to say, do you want us to fix it? Do you want us to tear it down, build new? What would you like us to do? Because, they said, the building is over 100 years old and we have to do something. Did you hear that? They have maintained a building for over 100 years. Madison does the same thing. And now we here in H&R district are saying, well, ours is over 60 years old and it's just past worth maintaining. I don't think so. Look at our neighbors. If Beaver Dam can keep theirs going for 100 years, why can't we keep ours going? I walk through them, look at the videos. They can be maintained very reasonably yet. So let's back away from this a little bit. And let's think about, do we really need the newest stuff to try to keep up with the Joneses at 1,000 times the price of what everybody else is willing to pay for it? It's just how we're kind of sitting here in between everybody. I believe we're kind of out of line. We need to just slow down here and look at more options. Talk this over, bounce things around more. We need to take another year or 2 or 3 just to figure out what's best for the district. Take that time. It's what I've come to, Clayton.
Yep, I agree, Dan. The only thing I will try to fact check you on here
Okay.
is the $508 million valuation of the district.
Mhm.
The most recent one, according to Baird, is $658 million. It does change the percentages slightly, but not. I know it's $150 million, and that's a lot of money. But in the overall percentages that you presented, it does change them, but it is still a drastically lopsided equation.
This was a number on the DPI website, so they might not.
They might be a
updated.
little bit behind.
Yeah,
This is the current one for the 2023 equalized valuation. It's 658.
Like you say, that's not going to make a big difference here when it comes to how
The comparison
the
that was
comparison
made.
is made. Is like we are
Yes.
really off the rocker here, I think. So
Yes. And the other thing that has come under some scrutiny lately is the SOS committee, the Save Our Schools committee. That is the committee that is handling Dan and myself's write-in campaign finances and advertising and everything else. I would just like to say that as a committee, we are, again, open to transparency, meaning if anyone wants to know where our funding came from, how it was spent, where it was spent, we have that all documented and are willing to give it as an open record. Any questions that can be answered, please ask. We will answer them. We encourage to be fact-checked because we have our numbers correct. So please, if you have any questions on the committee or anything like that or their motives, ask. Do it respectfully, please. And we would like to keep those conversations respectful and civil. But we are more than willing to provide that information for anyone who asks. So you can contact Dan, myself, or the homepage for the committee. And we will provide that information.
we are just looking to get all things in the open so everybody can make an informed decision. That's our goal. Thank you.